Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I am Chavi Gupta, your online mentor. This video is specifically for people who have just got their CAT results out. So the CAT results are there. Congratulations for your score. Congratulations especially to people who are getting the score that they had expected, who are getting the calls that you had expected. And in this video, I'll talk about the steps ahead, how to prepare for personal interviews, GD and WAT. But before that, if you are someone who did not get the score that you had expected, I would say just wait it out, wait a few days. You might get calls from some colleges. The entire criteria is not just CAT score dependent, and hence you might get some calls. Wait for it. Even after some time, if you feel you do not have the right calls or you don't have sufficient calls and all, and you are debating whether you should write CAT again or if the college is good enough for you to join or not, I had created these two videos. The links I will provide in description. It would be good for you to watch them before taking the next step and the next decision. With that, let's get started with thinking about the next steps after the CAT score, after the applications, the shortlists, the calls are there. So for every college, the entire process is a little different. It can at max consist of a GD, can consist of a WAT or a written ability test, and will almost definitely consist of a personal interview. Now, given the COVID situation, you might or might not have GD and WAT, and hence this is something I'll talk about towards the end of the video. So in case you are looking for that, use the timestamps, go towards the end of the video and check out GD and WAT. Now, I will majorly talk about preparing for interviews. Well, MBA interviews come in all shapes and you would have heard it. You would have heard people being asked super weird questions, some people having very simple interviews, some people being asked only GK, current affairs and everything, some people not being asked GK and current affairs at all. So MBA interviews can be like anything. But overall, there would be like two types of major questions that you would be asked. One could be questions related to your studies, your job, your background, basically testing your knowledge. And this, when extended, can also include some GK and current affairs around the topics that you have studied or worked at. And the second one would be questions related to HR, the questions that we call HR questions, or I call them personal questions. So those would be the two types of questions that you would generally get. Now I'll specifically talk about like individual different types of questions in the individual types that I have just described. So for the first one where you are talking about, different questions related to your study or your job, they could be questions asking the basics of your subject. And believe me, whether you have done any particular, any very specific domain in undergrad, the interviewers will ask you questions around it. Don't think that they won't know about it, they will ask you questions about it. So they might ask you questions regarding the basics, they might ask you your favorite subject and then ask questions around it. If there is like something happening in the industry, something happening somewhere around your subject, they might definitely ask you about it. And about any particular projects, anything that you mentioned in the interview or anything that you have mentioned in the application form. So these are the different types of questions that you might be asked. Moving a step forward, how will you really prepare for it? Review your college notes. It's a must. If you don't have any notes, take it from a peer, take it from a junior, do whatever you have to. You will have to review some very basic concepts around your subject, even if it's been a while since you studied. So I was asked biotechnology questions even when I had 2 years of experience in an entirely different industry. And it was a surprise to me, and I was asked those questions in IIMA, IIMB, IIMC. In all the 3 interviews, I was asked biotech questions and I was pretty surprised in my first interview. So you don't want to be in that situation of a surprise. Do prepare basics for your undergrad subject beforehand. Just try to link it to, the very basic things you would want to know around a subject and so on. So just do prepare for that. Then the second thing is find out the current affairs that is happening for your sector or subject. So my undergrad was in biotechnology, and things like genetically modified crops, etc., they were very relevant. And I actually did not know too much about it, but I was asked questions around it. So yes, you should definitely check out like what are the current affairs that are going on about around your overall subject of study. Okay. The third bit of it is prepare one subject or one project really well. I had talked about like my thesis project a lot in my Ahmedabad interview, and although they didn't take the cue or ask me any questions about it, I really wanted to steer the interview in that direction. So if you have any subject or any project that you are sure that you know about, know everything about it, then it would be good to talk about it and actually try to steer the conversation in that direction, and it generally helps. So these are the ways in which you should for sure prepare for like your study or your job and every subject, every topic that you can think of. Another major tip is that if you have mentioned anything in your application form that you submit to the college before the personal interview, you have to know 100% of that topic. You cannot just write anything and then not speak or not be able to justify it in the interview. So you have to justify it in the interview. You have to ensure that you have full knowledge about whatever you are writing. This doesn't mean don't write things. This just means that if you are writing something, if something is good enough, you should take enough time to prepare for it. Learn about it more, go back, just revise. Don't worry, you are not the only one who doesn't remember everything in college. Everyone has to revise. So just revise. Give some time to your revision. Okay. Now moving on to the second type of questions, that is questions related to you, the personal questions. I will list I'll talk about a list of questions that I think are there. I will also create a broader list around it and post it on my website, and will share the blog link in description and also on my Telegram channel. So if you're not there, please join me there. The major questions, different types of questions that people can ask you there is tell me about yourself. This is one question that you should for sure expect. Okay, whether it is asked or not is secondary, but you should for sure expect. The answer to this question should not be more than like 45 to 60 seconds. You should not be just talking about yourself for like 2 minutes. Okay. So just jot down what are the specific accomplishments that you have had, what is the journey you have taken, why you are here today, and possibly also what you want to do in future if that relates to your story. Otherwise, you can just stop at that. Okay. So definitely prepare, tell me about yourself. The second question that you for sure have to prepare is why MBA? It is very difficult. I was not asked that question anytime, but I did prepare for it a lot, and that is just one question that you have to prepare for. You will have to relate where you want to be, where you are today, what is the gap that you're facing from where you really want to be, and how MBA will help you cover that gap up. Okay, this is how you have to prepare for the why MBA question. The other questions are what was your biggest learning, whether it is in college, job, what was one thing that you could change if you could just go back in time, generally stick to the work answer of it, projects and all. What are your strengths and weaknesses? When you prepare this, you should also prepare a list of examples or anecdotes that just come with it, that can justify why you mean it as a strength or a weakness. Things like what are your hobbies, what you do in free time, where do you want to be in a few years, what are your long-term, short-term goals, etc. So these could be just like some different HR personal questions that you are asked. Apart from these questions, you might be asked just general knowledge, current affair questions, or you could be just asked something out of the blue. So I'll tell you a few questions that different colleges do ask. IIM Calcutta generally asks a maths question. They also gave me an equation and asked me to draw a graph around it. I did do a minor mistake, but then they just hinted towards it. I corrected it and so on. That might be one question you will be asked in IIM Cal, but you might be asked in others. In IMK, I know a lot of people were asked to draw India's map and sort of tell where Kozhikode is. So these are just some peculiar questions that you might face. And you just have to be prepared. You just have to be spontaneous enough. You cannot be prepared for every single thing in the world, but the more confident you are, the more prepared you are, the more sure you are of yourself, that is what will define how you perform in the interview. To be sure, to be prepared, the way to go about it is doing mock interviews. Whether you take a coaching for it, whether you do it with a group of friends, that's up to you. But you have to take mock interviews. You have to have someone in front of you asking you really drilling questions sometimes, or sometimes a very normal interview, and you have to practice that. If you don't have anyone right away, you can just practice your answers in front of a mirror, and that is just something that you should do. That just builds your confidence a lot. And there are some interviews which are like stress interviews, which will really ask you specific questions, will drill deeper, will make you uncomfortable. All you have to do is not lose your cool, be very, very calm, answer the questions as they come, answer as much as you can, accept that, okay, this is something that I don't know. Just accept it when you don't know it and just move on. I think my IIM Ahmedabad interview was sort of a stress interview, and thankfully it went fine for me. But you can definitely check out the video I have created for IIM Ahmedabad interview. Link is in description. Also for IIM Bangalore interview, I recreated these two interviews and the links are in description. And I have another video regarding detailed tips of these two types of questions that I have discussed today. Now we will just move on to GD and WAT preparation. Now, well, it might happen online, it might not happen, but all of that aside, it's good to be prepared as soon as as soon as some call comes where it is going to happen. Few things that you have to do. You have to read newspapers, read editorials, try to build your opinions about things, because GD is something where you have to give your opinion generally. Try to build those opinions and just practice GDs. If you have a few friends, it would be good to practice like once in every few days. Take any topic and discuss in it. Ensure you are not becoming aggressive. Ensure that you are not speaking nothing throughout the GD. You have to speak something. Few tips to handle GDs. If you are really afraid of putting up a new point of view or discussing, it is good that you make an introductory statement, because you get the topic a little bit in advance, you get like few seconds to think about. It is good to make that introductory statement, just jot down your opinions, your views and so on, and people will take it forth. It is also good sometimes to agree with someone. If you have something to add on, you can just say, oh yeah, I agree with this person and I also think XYZ. That is how you can just take the conversation forward. There are few people who also like to summarize the GD. That's also okay, but there might be other people also who will be willing to do that. So just prepare for all these different types of interjections and statements, etc. And yeah, that is what you can do. You can just practice these mock GDs. The more you know the content, the more you have opinions and views, the better it is, the more confident you will be in the GD, and that is what you want. Now, moving on to the WAT exam per se. WAT is something that I really prepared for in a different way. What I did is that we created a group of 4-5 people who had got shortlisted from similar colleges. And what we did was that one person would give a topic and 2 people would be writing every single day. So 2 of us would start writing at the same time. We would write around 250 to 300 words, essays, and we would give like 15 to 20 to 25 minutes to both of us. And then we would read both the essays, discuss, put some counter arguments, put some points that we could add, put some points that could improve, and so on. So this is something that we did. I don't think we did it for long, but we did it for around 2 weeks, and that helped a lot, because in 2 weeks you get to read different people's essays on different topics, and you get to write. And that is something that people don't do, is that in WAT they just read, and that is not something that will really take you to the level of the WAT that you want to give. So you have to write, you have to practice writing, whether you do it by yourself, whether you create a similar group like I talked about, that's up to you, but you have to practice writing. So practice writing small essays, 250, 300 word essays on different topics. If you want, I can just provide topics on the Telegram discussion group that is there, link is in description, join in. So I can just provide like daily topics, and then you all can critique it amongst yourself and understand which one was better, which one was not. So these are the different tips, guys, for GWPI. All the best for your preparation ahead. I hope all of you get the colleges that you really want to get into. And good luck. Prepare well. The more prepared you are, the better you will feel. Don't worry about anything else. Right now, don't fret about what are the different calls that I'm not getting. X person got so many calls, I did not get so many. What you can do today is that you can convert the calls that you're getting. Instead of thinking about what didn't happen or what could have happened, if you just focus on what has happened and move forward over that, that would be the best thing to do today. So good luck for your preparation. I'll see you again Sunday 7 p.m. in the live Q&A session. Till then, take care. If you like the video, please like it, comment, subscribe and turn on your notifications. Do share this video with anyone who you think can be benefited from it. Take care, guys. See you soon. Bye.